Hello, everybody, and welcome to just a little random, fast stream. Clearly, not my normal gaming. Well, sometimes my normal gaming. We're doing some Slay the Spire because, well, it's what I felt like. I'm also it's leading up to Gen Con. I head off on Wednesday, so I was trying to knock out a couple things this evening, get them taken care of. And let's get started by playing the defect here. Defect. Ooh. And now I don't want the damage. Give me a, yeah, nice relic to start. So yeah, few days until Gen Con. I am very excited. It's going to be a nice little vacation. First, I mean, I get vacations, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the times vacations are more of, all right, kid is off of school, let's go do something, which kid being off of school is a vacation, but is less vacation in some ways. I always forget, I have a fourth one already. That seems like too much power. So it'll be nice to get away to Gen Con coming up here. Let's just do defense the rest of the way. And if you see me at Gen Con, certainly come say hi. But some of why I wasn't ready is I've been going through all my Lord of the Rings cards, getting them sorted. More powers, always more powers. And that's taking a while. A lot of cards. Ooh, we're gonna do. I can do 4 though. You know what? We're gonna save Heatsink. I do have a decent reason, I think, for doing that. I was really hoping to see that other power, though I guess that means that's coming up next, but basically just get stuff out there. Granted, it's not gonna matter because that's it. That is the battle. So, Gen Con. Been writing a fair number of articles about it. I just posted today my second article on games that I'm potentially interested in buying. Now, I say potentially interested in buying because I'm not really like, okay, I'm going to go in, I'm going to buy all these games. Like, this is my plan of attack. I'm going to rush in day one, purchase everything I want, call it good, be part of that madness. That does not interest me. Yeah, let's do that. Instead, ow. These are all games that I want to look at. Just increase the odds. Course. I think it was 23 games for purchase that I was interested in looking at. Um, let's dual cast on you. Puts you closer. I'm not sure that this run's going to last super long. Okay. 4. Yeah, that will do the trick. I'm a long ways down on health already, and that... Okay, and that's a nice one to add. That one I like. Okay, I do have a chance to rest here. I was thinking for some reason I didn't. And then, of course, I have my events that I'm quite interested in. A number of different ones there. The big one I'm most excited for being the Star Wars TCG coming out from Fantasy Flight. That one I'm real excited to see. And honestly, I'm very excited for any of the events. Sure, why not? Plus, I am one of those dealer hall people. I will just be in the dealer hall almost constantly. If it's open, there's a decent chance I'm there. If I'm not there, it's one of those rare times that I have an event that is going on. Which I get, and I wrote about. I understand why that wouldn't be some people's cup of tea, so to speak. Because you wander around and you're playing with random strangers. You're playing with people like me who are interested in some random game and then are just sit down with you at a table. You're like, okay, is this person just sitting down because they're vaguely interested in this game? I've had that happen. Somebody sit down and we're like, oh, we're just starting. You want to play? Nah, I just want to watch, see what's going on. That's weird. And then I've had a ton of great fun with games where I just play with a random strangers. Like my first experience of First Rat was learning it with a guy and his daughter. He was definitely more interested in the game than she was. Oh, so close. But all of us had a fair amount of fun with it. He and I especially enjoyed it. I mean, it probably makes sense if we're paying more attention to the game. Yeah, we're going to have more fun. Oh, there's nothing to do there. I just need a double hit on this guy and we'll be cooking. Nine is just so much to block consistently. I'm going to need a strike. A defend, not going to help me. A zap, because I can't get through that guy. That was just bad playing on my behalf, I think. Well, not bad playing even. I had a lot of defensive cards in there. But, yeah. I'll blame it on not paying attention and that those three not being a great fit to start. Got my favorite one here, the bonus. And all the way up that side. That looks like fun. Can I take you out? Yes. And I'm going to block. Could have gotten another zap to get some more lightning in there. I am always a fan of that. Okay. Especially when this comes up next. Because I could have gotten real close to taking him out. I mean, granted, I'm not doing anything, so they'll be done at the end of the round. strength potion. Interesting. I like the melter, but I have a style for playing this character. I like to do defensive. Let's see. 75 gold. Oh, bad face. That's going to be empty. I still do get... Actually, that's not a bad... That actually is a great time. Never mind. That's a great timing on that one because it's going to be empty, but I wanted the... let's block the damage. Let's play more defensive this time. I want the shard for up here, which I don't think it gets rid of that. I think it just removes my other option for... Yeah, let's... Instead of playing defensive, let's just go for a 9 damage every round. But I'm trying to think, like, okay, Gen Con, what else have I not talked about to this point? Because let's do Streamline or Claw or Beam Cell. Let's do Claw. Claw is a strategy I haven't really gone with, but I might go with... Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm fine losing the strength potion. Yes, heal on boss fights. One, two, three. Block. Hit him. Yes! Perfect. So what haven't I talked about? Honestly, I feel like most of what I haven't talked about at this point is kind of those housekeeping type things, which are probably more warranted further out. So, okay, you're not my ideal opponent. But so housekeeping, I mean stuff like literally housekeeping. Well, figuratively housekeeping. Let's do that. Whenever you play a skill, so I can get rid of heat sink, no problem. Only taking 1 damage there. But like Gen Con housing. What do you do with Gen Con housing? I may not survive this one. Especially because I'm beefing them up. But Gen Con housing is expensive. Especially if you go just... I will play that one at the end. Just with their housing blocks. I would love to do it sometime, but it's $200 a night. I need at least one other person to split it with, if not 2 at that price point. Okay, we got him. Don't be completely empty. I get the relic. I'm confused. So, okay, so didn't ignore that one, so it's going to go with this one. But I got the relic and that shard, which does not make sense to me. Let's see. Take out the horrible wizard man. And then defense it up. So I always Airbnb. Well, I say always. I 50% of the time I've Airbnb'd. I went with a friend who's from that area the first time. And I say from that area, a little ways away. About an hour away. So we would commute in and out an hour every day. that was a bit much. I don't know that I would do that again. But free. Free is a good price to pay for housing. Which is why then I tend to go with Airbnb. And in particular, I tend to find Airbnb places that are like a single bedroom. I can get a bedroom in somebody's place for like $40 a night, which is really good compared to like the block of hotels space, because that's, of course it's the wrong one, that's $200 a night, like I said, 250. So you need that group. Instead, I get to go with, okay, 1 damage. Let's see which, I guess I have 2 left, so let's finish him off. Not a big deal now. Gin and tonic gone. But stuff like that, I think people know about that as an option. I do think there are a number of people in indie who don't realize, like, oh yeah, Gen Con's a thing. I should up how much I'm charging. There are a lot of people who are like, all right, it's a random summer weekend, and then they might find out about it on the news later. I always say when they reach out to me like, hey, I'm coming for Gen Con. You know what? Let's do that. 6633. Ah, it's going to trigger it, isn't it? Yep. Damn it. Should have paid more attention. I was hoping it was 1 short. I clearly was not. So I need to block as much of that as I can. Creative AI. I know I don't get anything from those, but I'm down to 2 hit points. This is not going well again. And I'm still frail. Okay, that buys me some time nicely. If I continue to beef up that claw card, that will help. So this is going to weaken me. Oh, frail and frail. No weaken. That's nice. 10. Well, guess we go there, there. Oh, wait, that doesn't matter. I should have been getting rid of... I should have played the power card first. I'm an idiot. Because I have the buffer. I'm taking no damage. Getting slimed. Okay, need to take you out. There. Double first attack. Actually, that will finish you off. I'm at 2 hit points. This is probably not going to go well, because that's going to be empty. Wah, wah. And then we're going to come here, and I have to survive this dude who does 15 damage a pop, 11 damage a pop. So I can take 1 more damage after this hit. Oh, that wouldn't have mattered. I can't block it. We're going to go again. This hasn't been that long, and I intentionally moved this later so that I'm now doing these streams. I'm just, off my game today. We're going with the same character. More HP overall. Up the middle. Which way do I want to go? 6 of 1. 6 of 1, but there's a rest right in front. So let's go there. Oh yeah, this is my preferred one to start out on. Because not that many hit points, single target, so I'm never wasting attacks. And yeah, I'll take a point of damage. Maybe 2 if... No, not even 2 if I'm unlucky. Because if I had been unlucky and not got enough to kill him, I can just go into defensive shell. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're starting finally to pull in some decent. Let's do 2. That there. Hit the right one. Yes. These guys are beefy this time. Weakened, huh? And then defense. Actually, I shouldn't have done defense. I'm going to need a number of offensive cards here. Actually, I won't. I will play that one out. But I proc one of those. Let's do claws. I like the idea of claws. I haven't done that heavily. So that, claws, that, and then defense. I mean, we can do 7 damage and then 9 damage plus, well, that was a ton of damage. 19 damage first time around. He's going defensive. Unfortunately, that was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. He had no chance of that. Like stack. Sometimes it works out for me. Let's get this thief. Like I said, sometimes it works out for me. That would have given me 4 block now. Yeah, no. Nope. Not worth spending that on for sure. So, let's get back to some Gen Con chatting. Let's talk about some things that maybe aren't talked about as much with Gen Con that maybe might be worth thinking about. So we talked about housing a little bit and some of the other options with housing, like I do with the Airbnb. Well, let's talk about food at Gen Con, because I think that's another area that people tend to, let's do it, tend to overlook. Food at a convention center is not cheap. It's a convention center. So you can get what's there. It is perfectly acceptable. Also, I have never gotten food directly from the convention center. There are food trucks outside. Again, not super cheap, but not bad. Better food. Let's just put it that way. It's better food than convention center food generally. I tend to go into it with a mindset of, as I'm at Gen Con, I will eat 1 meal out per day, and I will eat another meal as snacks throughout the day. Can't do it. That was the right call. I'm gonna be set up for a monster. Just hit as much as I can. Turn before he really wakes up. nothing should make me draw a card here, which means that's my best play. So, getting back to food. Like I said, I try and eat out one meal a day. And now, I say that, and eating out isn't necessarily your best or healthiest option, but it is your way probably to get the most calories possible. And that's useful because you'll be walking around a lot if you're like me. We're going to do this. Pull that strike back. Get in another hit in there. Build up that strike is the big point. So, I mean, even if you're not walking a lot, it is potentially fairly long days at Gen Con. Let's do that and then hit there. And so you want to make sure you have enough to eat. I always carry around a backpack with a fair number of snacks. So trail mix being a big one. If you have trail mix, that's good. I do... trying to think everything else that I do. Dried fruit. I have applesauce pouches I'm taking this year. I have Epic bars, which are basically beef jerky bars that I'm taking this year. I have coffee, but that's not for at the convention center. That's for on the drive to the convention center. I will down a coffee, and that might be the only reason I go to like a convention center place, is I need more coffee. Coffee is very important. 60% of people die if they don't have coffee every day. Something like that. It's a statistic I've heard. But let's see, beyond that, if you're going and you're... wow, that was a waste of your and my time. Double claws. We're cooking. I like this one better. Kunai. Oh, I do like kunai. We're going to go kunai with the philosophy that we're going claws. Kunai makes a lot of sense. Then we're going to go shopping. First that. Everything's cheaper. I don't have good defense. Oh yeah, what? I can't afford that anymore. Bollocks. We'll skip. Go here. Give me a lot of money. Ooh. That is a chunk of money. Now we're going to grab the sapphire, though. I'm going to hit that shop up there. Let's see about our murder plans. Gain that 2 block. It's super important. But like I was saying, food-wise, so I slouch. Yeah, you're not going to slouch. It is very nice to... okay. That's awesome now. To not have to spend money on every meal. There are a lot of people that do. I totally get it. It is by far the easiest way to kind of traverse Gen Con, not have to think about food. I drive too, which makes a difference. If you fly, are in a hotel directly next to the convention center, yeah, it's way harder to do food, like the way I do it. I do think it's probably worth it, though, because it does save you a good chunk of change. And it will vary which meal is the meal that I eat as snacks. Because yeah, I don't have that one anymore. You know what? Let's do this. I'm generally fairly confident against level 1. Oh, especially this guy. I just need to play defense, basically, once I get him knocked down. I got my boost to Dex. Gain another boost to Dex. So, yeah, I feel very comfortable with this now. But I would say, again, it's one of those things. If you see me, I can't even get through that in time. So it's better to do just defense. If you see me, you want to try out my strategy, I can potentially drive people places. Gotta do that. So much luck. Or, I mean, Uber, Lyft, easy enough to get somewhere to get food. Do I want to do this? Yes, I do. Because now the first card I play is played twice. Let's see. Other things to think about. Perfect. Come on. Of course, I didn't really think about that too much. When it comes to Gen Con. Con crud. Everybody's favorite topic. You are sick. Well, after the con, you are sick. Yeah, let's do that. What can you do to prevent that? And I'm going to give this to Meet Me at the Table, Bernd, who is a nurse. Talked about this, basically. Vitamin C. Like, I have airborne. I'm going to be taking at least once a day, possibly twice a day. Definitely leading up to it, up to Gen Con. And then at Gen Con itself. To try and keep myself healthy. Other thing would be like bananas, vitamin B. Another good option. I'm not sure I'm going to go with that one. We'll have to see. I don't love bananas, but it'd be a decent, hey, it's breakfast. Have a banana, have a granola bar. Get a nice boost of energy to start the day. Lawyer Smith. Busted Crown. 2 less cards to choose from. I mean, I already saw the one that would have given me an additional card, which would have been ideal. Let's work our way up here. No, oh, perfect. I'm so glad I have that one now. Let's see. Unfortunately, those don't knock them out of the sky. Not a big deal, but would have been nice. I'm hoping for the electric one, because that just starts, yeah, hitting everybody. Everybody, yeah. Kill your vultures, yeah. Other tips and tricks. CGE. That is a tip and a trick in and of itself. Sounds weird to say. But, oh, yeah, I'm not going to hit up the store anymore, but that's okay. CGE has its own room. Because they have their own room, they... Oh, there was a claw there. Claws. And... Oh, I can start with a power. One of your player power. That one is the most important one to get in there. Because now every time I play a power, I gain another one. CGE room. That's what I was talking about before I got so wonderfully distracted by myself. Yeah, why not? There's no reason to or not to. They are open earlier. Generally, I believe at the dealer hall. I can't remember if it opens at 9 or 10 or precisely when it opens. Whenever the dealer hall opens, there's obviously the mad rush. But the CGE room is open earlier and later than the dealer hall. Oh, I forgot Echo Form goes away. Most unfortunate. Let's see. Let's just do a claw. Finish it off. Finish him. Yes, I will do that one. Do I want to skip that or just no? We're going on the offensive here, getting as many relics as possible. The name of the game is Relics. Doesn't really matter. Actually, it does. Because that prevents more damage. It doesn't stop me from taking an injury, because that's what this guy does. But it helps. So, since they're open earlier, it basically means that, hey, you're there early. You can go just chill in that room. And probably find a game to play. I learned Arnak while I was there last year. Not sure I was supposed to be at that table, but hey, there was room at that table. I know for a fact I wasn't supposed to be at the Starship Captain's table. There was not supposed to be room at that. Well, there was room at that table because somebody wasn't there in time, or something like that. I'm not sure. This will finish it off. One hit for 4 points of damage, 6 points of damage. I channel No Frost. That is a horrible card for me to take. But they have those earlier events. Yeah, let's do that one. More defense. Upgrade. Oh no, let's do that. Call it good. You know we're going to you. I know your plans. 5 block. Do I play this card? I just don't like doing it that early. I want that... These guys don't go that fast. I want that 3 damage. Keep it going. Keep it rolling. maybe should have gone with defense. Getting down there. Just don't give me this stupid I can't attack. That's going to be the I can't attack, isn't it? No, it's vulnerable. Equally as bad. Okay. Let's see, I'm not going to reshuffle, so I can do that. Defense. 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 Dead fence. Well, I think this will call it for the night because I'm going to be dead yet again. And I've been gone about 40 minutes. I would definitely not be able to... Well, okay. At the rate I'm going, I'd be able to get through another one. But that's not the fun way to do it. So, trying to think how to recap everything that was said. There's no way to do that. It's a bunch of ramblings. It's me playing the game. Remember the CGE room. I think there are some other rooms as well. Maybe Funko, Rio Grande. They do different hours as well from the dealer hall. So if you're there early, which I tend to be, those are the rooms that I check out, or I just wander around. It's always a good time. I hope to see you there at Gen Con. If not, I will be back streaming theoretically next Monday. I say theoretically, that will be the day after I get back from Gen Con, and there's a chance I will just decide to rest and be out of it and not worry about that, because I'm probably will actually be recording the podcast that night. So let's just say it this way: no Monday stream. Next Wednesday, the plan is Isofarian Guard. There's a chance it will just be a Gen Con haul video unboxing, whatever it might be, talking about Gen Con. Again, depends on energy level. As a yawn. But if you want to know when I stream, it is Mondays at 9 p.m. Central, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central. I'm not taking along a setup to stream at Gen Con this year. Maybe eventually I will. My laptop is old and would not be able to handle it. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. All those things really do help this channel grow. And hopefully, like I said, this has been fun. The drink is gone, except for a tiny drop, so with that, bottoms up.